In this video, we'll be learning how to make a currency gifting GUI, where you'll be able to select a player in the game and then select an amount and send money to them. The player who receives the money will then have a notification, and they'll be able to click it and see who gifted them money and how much it was. So make sure to watch till the very end so you don't miss a thing. This video will kind of be continuing off of the previous video I made about how to make a coin system, but you don't really need to watch that video. I'm just going to be using the same GUI look and the same leader stats from that video. And just an idea of what our leader stats look like, this right here is just all we have for leader stats, a folder named leader stats with a coins value. And this is from the previous tutorial, so don't mind this. The first thing you're going to need to do is go to the description and grab the GUI model that I've provided. Once you have it, just add it into your game and then drag it into Starter GUI. Then you should see that you have a gift box icon button with a gifting frame and a notification frame. The gifting frame is the frame where people will be able to select the player they want to send money to and how much, and then there's a send button and a cancel button. And there's also a player picker frame, which is currently invisible, but if I make it visible, you see that there is a button where it will display a player's username and their profile, and you'll be able to click the player that you want to send money to, and then this will disappear, and then it'll appear right here. And then the notification frame, which I'll just make that visible real quick, is the frame where it'll show who has gifted money to you and how much, and you'll be able to just press OK or accept all, which makes it convenient for if you have a bunch of notifications. The first thing I'm going to do is add a script inside of our player picker frame, and I'm going to call it picker updater. So what we have right here is we have the player's service, we have the local player, then we have the player template, which you're just going to need to take this template that's inside the list frame and put it inside the script. So now we have the player template. And then we have the thumbnail size, which will be when we're getting the profile picture of the player, what type we want. I just did headshot, but you can change this if you would like. Then the thumbnail size is just 100 by 100 pixels. Then we have the send to label, which is the label inside of the gifting frame, which says who you're sending it to, and the info color. Next, I'm going to make the update function that will run every time a player joins or leaves. So the first thing we do in our update picker function is we clear out all the old templates, then we make a new template for each player in our game except for our player. Then we change the template to have the player's name on it and their player's handle, and when the template gets clicked, we make the player picker button, which is just this right here. We make the text on this equal to the player's username, and we change its text color to our info color. And then we also change this _G send to value to the player's name, so we can communicate to our other script that we're going to make later on who needs to receive the money. We change this text to be its normal default text with the player's name. And we also use this _G pop-out function, which we have not made yet, but it's going to basically make the GUI tween away with an animation. And then we parent it to the gift picker scrolling frame. And now with our completed update picker function, anytime a player leaves or joins, we connect it to this function so it'll run. And we also wait until the player's character is loaded, because if the client hasn't fully loaded and we run this function, then it might not show some of the people in our game. I'm now going to add a local script inside of our gifting GUI, and I'm going to call the script gifting GUI. And with this code, also add into replicated storage a remote event and call it gift coins. So we have variables to the player service and the local player and to our gift coins event that we just created. And then we have a lot of variables to the different GUI components inside of our screen GUI. And we also set the attribute to a few of the buttons and labels in our GUI, and we named them default text, and we just set it to its current text. And we also then just have some more variables for other GUIs. And we have a variable called notifications, which is a blank table, and this table is going to hold all the current notifications that we have. And anytime this gift event gets fired on our player, we're going to get the sender and the amount that was given to us, and then we're just going to add it to our table and also make this little notification text right here. We're going to make this visible and then make its number equal to the number of notifications we have. And these variables right here are for our animations. This is the animation time and the size that the animation will start at before it goes to its original size. And then we set the attribute to all of our GUIs that will be animated. So if a GUI is going to be animated, we need to first set its default size to its just original size. So when we tween it with this function right here, when we tween it, we can tween it to its original size right after we set its size to the animation size. I'm going to make a function very similar to this, but it's going to be for when the function disappears. So this function's very similar to the other one. We first tween its size to its normal size, but minus it by our animation size value. Once the animation is completed, we have a callback function, so we just set its visibility to false and set its size to its default size. And we also make sure to add this function to the global table so then we can use it right here in our picker updater function. Now this section of code is for our notifications frame, so when a notification is opened, we're going to run our pop-up GUI function, and we're also going to change the text to the username of the player saying that they've gifted them and how much they gifted. Then we're going to remove the first notification in our table, and we're also going to change the notification text to the amount of notifications that we have. And if the notifications that we have is equal to 0, then we can just make the notification bubble not visible. And then if they decide to accept all the notifications, then we just set the table to nothing and we update the text and make the notification not visible anymore. And we also pop out the GUI. And if they just press OK, then we just get rid of the notification frame. So this code right here is for our gifting frame and sending currency to players. We first have a variable for how much we want to send, and this will be updated when we run our check amount function. And we also have this gifting frame opened function, so when it's opened, it will use the pop-up function and then update the text. And in the check amount function, we see if the input in the send amount box is valid, and if it is a valid amount, then we just update the text and return true. And if they press the send button, then we make sure that there's a recipient and then fire the server, which we haven't made yet, but it's gonna fire on the server and then give money if it's valid. And then before we close the GUI, we just make sure to check to see if the amount they gave is valid. And anytime they press the player picker button, we just make sure to reset this to nil and open up the player picker frame so they can choose who they want to send it to. Anytime this send amount box value gets changed, anytime its text changes, we just make sure to check the amount and update the text. And if they press cancel, we connect it to this function called gift button activated, which I haven't made yet, but that is what we're gonna make right now. So our very last function for the script is our gift button activated, and this is what happens when someone actually clicks on this button. And when it's pressed, we just make sure to check if any of the frames are visible, and if they are visible, then we close all the frames and reset this send to value. And if it's not, then we make sure to check if the notifications are equal to 0, and if they are equal to 0, then we open up the gifting frame, and if they're not, then we open up our notification frame to show who sent us money. So now add a server script into server script service and call it gifting handler. So this script is pretty short and simple. We first get the event in our replicated storage, and anytime it's fired, we check to see if the amount they're trying to give and how much they have is valid, and if the person they're trying to send it to even exists. And if it does exist, we just add that value to our recipient and we remove that value from the person who is sending it. And then we fire our gift event onto the recipient and give it the player who sent it and the amount that they sent. Before we test this game, make sure to switch this line of code right here to if template.className equals text button. It's just something I messed up while making this. It's supposed to be text button, not frame, because the player template right here is a text button and not a frame. Before we test, if this video has helped, please make sure to like and subscribe. It takes a lot to make these videos, so doing so would really help the channel. But now let's start up a local server with 2 players in it and test out this system. Okay, loading in. I'm just going to bring player 2 over here and bring player 1 over here so we don't keep collecting coins. And I'm just going to gift player 1, and I'm going to gift him 25 coins. If I send the coins over, you can see that player 1 has received those coins and has a notification. And if we open it up, player 2 has gifted you 25 coins, and I can press OK. And I'm also going to send player 2 a bunch of money and keep sending him money. And so then we can show that the clear all button works. And now if we go here, we can open this up and it says there's 2 notifications left. And I can just, instead of pressing OK, I can press accept all, and all the notifications go away. And I can open this back up and send money to whoever I'd like. If you like this tutorial, go click the video on your screen right now to learn how to make the coin system that was in this video. And make sure to like and subscribe and put your video ideas in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.